everyone, I'm so sorry I didn't post my video yesterday. I feel really bad, but this week has been crazy hectic for me. I haven't even finished some of my comics yet, so as soon as I post this video, as soon as it's done, I'm gonna go and finish my comics. And then tomorrow, I swear, there will be a video up over my reviews for the week. I'm really sorry again. I know some of you have been waiting for it, but I swear it's coming. Just, you have to be patient. Airliners, I did go see Watchmen today, and I'm not really sure what I think about that yet. On one hand, the cinematography in it is just amazing and beautiful, and Zack Snyder once again just shows how artistic film can be. But on the other, I don't know. I had a lot of issues with this film, and it really wasn't what I was expecting at all. I mean, people have been wanting a Watchmen movie for years, but it always comes down to the same thing. People thought that you could never do it. It was just a story that could never be transferred to film because it was so complex and deep. And now, having had seen this movie, I would have to agree with them. I mean, Zack Snyder takes a brilliant stab at trying to do it, but he took the same methodology that he did with 300, which is what I was worried about. I mean, 300 was a 5-part series, and Watchmen's a 12-part series, and when you try to film it in the same style and put as much information, you're obviously gonna feel just, you're gonna lose stuff. I think another problem is that Snyder was too focused on trying to do a completely accurate and faithful adaptation of Alan Moore's work, which is okay to a certain point until it starts to ostracize society. I mean, if I hadn't read this book, I don't think I would have been able to follow it at all. It was just very random and disconnected, and it just, I don't know. I think the movie would have been a lot better served if he would have split it into 2 different movies, where you have an origins plot, and then you have the 1985 plot as the second one, because there are a lot of great scenes, like the whole Dr. Manhattan scene. That was like a great little short film inside the film, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. But then it was completely like isolated from everything else. It didn't seem to fit with the story plot, so the whole movie just felt disconnected from one another. Finally, I would have to say that my last issue with the film was it had a really campy feel to it, and it seemed like Snyder realized this, and so he just tried to throw in as much gore in as possible. Now, I understand the movie is rated R. The novel is obviously for mature audiences. There was blood and gore in the graphic novel, no shit. But I don't need to see people's arms hanging off of ceilings and stuff like that. I mean, that's ridiculous. I was expecting more of the R plot to be, you know, the actual plot. I think because Snyder focused so much on adding gore to make it more edgy, I guess. I don't really know why he did that. But you lose a lot of the development of the characters. I mean, you have all the subplots of the characters and how they got to be where they are today, but you don't really get to know the characters. You don't establish a deep bond with it. And when I go in to see a 3-hour movie, that is kind of what I'm expecting. It was just long, and I didn't feel any connection to the characters. I had the connection that I had previously, but if I, like I said, if I had walked off cold off the street, you know, to see this movie, I would have no idea of what was going on at all and why everything was just the way it was. I felt like it didn't go into the deeper parts of the plot of going into human understanding and human, like, just human nature in general, which is a huge part of the entire novel. So I don't know. I don't know what Snyder was trying to do there. But yeah, that wasn't, I don't know what to think. Is it my favorite movie? No. Is it my favorite comic book movie? Probably not. It's probably in my top 10, probably in the lower half, but yeah, I mean, it's a good film. It's not, I don't think it's Snyder's best, and I don't think it's the best film adaptation of Alan Moore's work, so I can understand why he probably didn't want to be associated with it, but overall, it's a good film, and I would definitely go suggest seeing it if you haven't already gone to see it. Now, this is only the first time I've seen it. I'm going to go see it again probably Friday in IMAX when I go back home. So yeah, if I feel like this review was a little harsh, maybe I'll change my opinion, but I would love to hear what you guys thought of it. Leave a comment or a video response or whatever other forms of communication you would prefer, because yeah, I want to know what you guys think, what you guys thought of how everything just came about, whether you liked it, whether you didn't, did it live up to the hype? whatever you want to talk about it. In other news, since Karma was so mean to me this week, it decided to be nice, and I finally got my Batman R.I.P. book in the mail. I really like this. I know it's come under a lot of criticism by some, but I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I'm digging it. I haven't finished it all yet. I'm moving through it at different paces. I'm kind of jumping around. I'll tell you when I finish it what I thought of it. And yeah, tune in tomorrow for my reviews of the week, as well as sometime this weekend I'll finally be doing my Nightwing and Robin ending video tribute, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I'm really excited, and if you guys have any other ideas or any news that you want to tell me about so I can do a video about, I would love to. And yeah, I'm really excited. Next week, Battle for the Cowl, the first actual Battle for the Cowl, comes out. So yeah, that's really exciting for me. So I'm super stoked. Subscribe if you haven't already, because I'm pretty much the coolest thing since sliced bread, I have to admit. But yeah, you'll be informed of all my cool videos about comics and movies that have to deal with them, along with all the other news and wonderment that comes along with being a nerd. So I will see you all tomorrow. Favorite it, rate this, whatever you want to do. And yeah. Bye.
Superhero team up, cowboy secret spy, true love, super villain, 2 in 1, bad guys are taking over Washington. Don't be scared.
My eyeballs get really big when I do this. I could be a fish.